Hello, folks. So in this video, I wanted to talk about how the body is actually a crazy, awesome machine, right? So it's a crazy, awesome machine. It's like it has, I think, enormous energy and power in general. If you treat it well and if you treat it right and if you do things properly, right? And so I recently ran the Uru night run in Bangalore, and this was over a weekend. I ran on a Saturday, and so this was a night run, and it started at around 7 p.m. And the whole day I hadn't eaten much, right? So then I was like, will I be able to run? I ate my first meal, and the only meal that day I ate first, like I think I did eat something later, but first meal that I ate was around some 3 p.m. or something. I woke up late and whatnot, and I hadn't been sleeping at the right times. Say sleeping at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. A lot of times these days 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And even now that is the case. And I was like, will I be able to run? Because you need enough rest to actually be able to run. This was a 10k run, 10 kilometers run, and I hadn't eaten enough throughout the day. Instead, I just ate one meal, and I was like, uh, and after 3 p.m., I just traveled to the place where the run was going to happen, and that just took a lot of time. And in between, I didn't get any food to eat, though I could have gotten something because from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., 4 hours, I could have gotten something to eat. But no, I didn't. It was a bad idea, a mistake. But finally, and I was tired. I was like, dude, I don't think I can do it and whatnot. And then I go and I went for the run. And after the first 5 kilometers, I was like, okay, this is really hard. I was breathing a lot. I was exhaling a lot and whatnot, and I was struggling. And like only my breathing, in terms of breathing, I was struggling. So I was like, okay. So after the 5 kilometers, so it was basically two loops. So after the 5 kilometers, I realized that I have done 5 kilometers, because I knew that after you're done with one loop and you reach the start line, you're done with 5 kilometers, right? I actually got. It is. It's probably a miracle or a great thing that I was able to run the first 5 kilometers itself. I guess I don't know. And then I actually drank some water. I usually don't drink water at all while I'm running, because I sometimes end up drinking too much water and whatnot. The key is to drink the right amount, and I still haven't found out the right amount. But yeah, I mean, ideally, if the throat is dry, it's good to drink water. Of course, if the throat is dry, it means I think I'm dehydrated. So in this case, I wasn't feeling a dry throat at that time. And the other problem is if I drink too much water beforehand, like let's say before the run, so that I can actually sweat while I'm running, right? So that because I'm gonna run, I'm gonna actually exert energy, use up energy, and my body is gonna heat up. I think it heats up because I'm breathing a lot, and if I'm breathing a lot, the heart pumps a lot. And if the basically cardio, if the heart pumps a lot, I think there will be heat in it, because of like heat just generates. I don't know how the heat generates up, but your body warms up and it gets heated up, and then it needs to cool down. So the body uses sweat to cool down. For the body to sweat, I've mentioned this a lot of times in my videos that as videos about sweat and water, that it's important to drink water to be able to sweat, to even cry and whatnot. So I basically ensured that I drank just enough water so that I can actually sweat, so that the body can cool down, using sweat while I'm actually warming up and like, heating up because of the run. So I was like, but then if you drink too much water, then I need to pee, and I don't want to go around peeing in between while I'm running. So it's like a very tricky balance. I need to drink enough water so that I sweat, and I need to drink enough water so that I'm not dehydrated, because you know, like because you're sweating, the water is going out, and you know, if once the water starts going out, I think at some and I'm also keeping my mouth open and whatnot. So I'm exhaling. I still have to learn more about how to keep my mouth only a little bit open. I generally keep it very open, I think. I'm still trying to learn better breathing techniques and better breathing. I think a lot of times I breathe with my mouth and my nose, which is not a great idea and which is not a great thing. But so that also causes like air to hit the throat and make it dry. That is also a thing. And also if I'm dehydrated because I'm sweating and all that, I'll get dehydrated and that will be clearly seen in my throat, felt in my throat because it'll be dry. So I'll be like, okay, I need to drink water and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I can't go around peeing in between too much water, and I do need to drink enough water. And once my throat gets dry or I'm dehydrated because all the water has gone out, I'm sweating, I need to replenish the water in my body, right? So, and water is important to actually run apart from food as energy, right? I can't remember the exact details. I'll probably talk about it in a different video, but I've read that it's important to drink water, of course, during running, especially marathons. Like you can't just go for a marathon for 21 kilometers and run it without drinking even a bit of water. So I have run like 3 kilometers, 5 kilometers, and even 11 kilometers once without drinking even a drop of water after starting the run. Of course, before starting the run, I think I would have drunk water. I don't know. So my idea is like I'll just drink water beforehand and ensure that I have enough water in the body. But I don't think I thought clearly that time, as in like about say this water inside the body is for me to sweat and for me to be hydrated enough, and also for me to be able to sweat enough. And being hydrated is also important for the complete body's functions. Right? Like bodily functions, a lot of bodily functions require water. So our body is like made up of I think 60%, 70%, 75% probably of water. So yeah. So I was like, okay. So after this 5 kilometers of the run, I was like, okay, let me just take a little bit of water this time. Because one of the runs, the 10 kilometers runs, I think it was the Meals for Days run. I went and I didn't drink even a drop of water, though I could feel my throat being pretty dry. I was like, a little bit of water is not going to help, probably, or something, and then too much water is too much. So yeah, and you can't really run after drinking too much water. Your stomach is going to feel heavy, at least for some time, and the body will absorb the water. But if it's too much water, the body will feel a bit heavy for some time. I think like the stomach will feel heavy for some time. You can't just run fast and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, so I'll just drink a little bit of water. So I drank a little bit of water. I also took a bit of banana. I was just a bit worried that hey, banana, sugar, natural sugar levels and whatnot, like a bit more than general sugar. Like it has natural sugar and like, probably a bit more sugar than the usual stuff you eat and whatnot. Say usual stuff I eat, say rotis and whatnot. So I was like, it's okay. I took a half a banana, I think, and I ate it off. Fortunately, not a full banana. I don't know. If I eat too much, also I can't run. Right? You will have a full stomach and all that. So I ate the banana. Blood sugar levels will rise, yes, but after peaking, it will also crash when it peaks and all. So I was like wondering what will happen now. I'll get energy, but then afterwards, will it be sustained and whatnot, right? But so I ate it. I ate the half the banana, and then I started running. After drinking that small cup of water and having that half banana, I got quite some energy, probably because of the natural sugar and like, the water in general. And I'm going to read more about it. But I was running. I had enough energy, and I was very over enthusiastic. Also, in the first 5 kilometer run itself, I noticed that I finished in 30 minutes. I was trying to actually beat some people. I was like, this is my target. I need to work towards improving myself, and I'm going to find a target and be like, I'll walk and I'll run either with them or ahead of them, but not too behind them. So I tried to go find someone and then be like, okay, now I'll choose them and then like go. And I chose only probably 2-3 people over the whole run, so that's all. There was one girl and there was one guy who was running really well. There was one girl who was running really well. So I was like, let me just follow them. And then later I tried to go past them and whatnot. And whenever they tried to go past me, I realized that they're coming close. Then I was like, let me try to maintain it or go forward also. And it was interesting. It was a bit competitive, but yeah, I ran pretty fast, I think, that day. Um, and I hadn't worked out, I think, in a month or two at the time. In a month, I think, or more than that, probably month and a half or two. And I was just eating proper food. I didn't do any exercise. I was just walking and eating proper food, protein and all that. And the second 5 kilometers, it was like I got some energy or more than some energy in the initial, and then later somehow I pushed through, and my mind also pushed through, and I finally finished it. Especially towards the end, I was like, okay, let's just finish it. I just tried to go really, really fast and just finish it off, especially towards the last 100 meters or 200 meters, I think, I don't know, and finished it off. And I was fortunately able to finish it off very fast. It was my first, it was my personal record, though this was probably my third 10-kilometer run. Once I ran in Chennai once. That was just unexpected. I just pushed. And then second time was in Bangalore, the meals for the miles. And then third time was this, right? So I was like, okay, awesome. I beat myself. Awesome. I got better than myself and I improved myself. The only person that I need to beat is myself, and I bet myself. And I'm my only competition, and I beat myself, right? So I was like just wondering later, oh my, I mean like later as in like probably a day or so later or 2 days later or whatever. I was at work and I was just wondering, oh my god, like I didn't do anything in all those weeks before the run because I had low vitamin B12 and low vitamin D and all, but I was taking tablets for vitamin D and I started taking injections for vitamin B12. I was like, how did this happen? Like, or did I start taking injections? I don't know. I think I had just started. I can't remember. So I was like, how did this happen? And then I realized that even though my body was not in a very, very great shape, it was able to do so much. Probably it won't be able to do this sustainably, like run every day 10 kilometers. One day suddenly I can probably run, right? But even then, that was a miracle for me. I was like, okay, now if I can actually run 10 kilometers and by putting in so much effort, to run effortlessly, like as if like it was very, it's like a piece of, I don't want to say piece of cake, it was like piece of, I don't know, it was very easy, as if like I was born to run or something, though there's nothing like that. I don't believe like too much on talent and all that. I believe in hard work regardless of talent, hard work and effort and improving yourself always. So this is based on the book that I'm reading now, which is called Grit, which is by this author named Angela Duckworth. I think I'm pronouncing her name right. So Angela Duckworth. So she has written the book, and it's a great book. You should probably try to read it if you want to learn about persistence, perseverance, and resilience, and trying to succeed with it. So I was like, okay, so I didn't work out. I don't do much in the weeks before the run. So I was just looking forward to the run at some point, and then at some point I was like, do I want to run? Because I was scared to just mess up. I was scared to be over enthusiastic because being over enthusiastic can be problematic when your body is not at the same level of energy that is required. Right? So I was like, okay, so if I need to do this sustainably, do this every day or every week or whatever frequency that I want to do, say be able to run 5 kilometers every day or 10 kilometers every day and all that, and do it effortlessly, as if it's like as if I'm walking or something. Then I need to work out, I need to eat well, I need to sleep well, I need to get a lot of good rest, right? So I still haven't started my workout though, unfortunately. I still have some runs coming up, say next month and whatnot, and the month end also this month end. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm eating well mostly. Not so much, but mostly I'm trying to eat 3 meals per day. That itself is a big deal. Time management bad. And I'm also trying to sleep at least 6 8 hours. But last night, for example, I just slept for like 3 hours or something, or a bit less than that. Very bad. I'm gonna sleep a bit now probably. Um, my body will put me to sleep. It will be like, okay, I'm done, dude. That's all I can do. That's all I can push. And but most times I'm trying to sleep for like 7 8 hours or sometimes even more. Very rarely 6 hours or less than that, like last night and all. But my sleep timings are bad, which is causing problems, right? So of course it will, because I'm sleeping at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and all. So, but yeah, the body is a crazy machine, awesome machine. It's like just just extraordinary. Body is an extraordinary thing. I would say treat your extraordinary machine, your body, your mind, which both of which push you to work towards your goals, and to help you work towards your goals, and they push uh, and they do a lot of work. So I would recommend you to take care of the mind and body. So basically your physical health, mental health, and like emotional health and all. So eat well, drink enough water, and meditate and stuff. I still haven't started meditating and stuff, but I do eat mindfully. I try to do mindfulness and whatnot, but yeah. So that's what I felt after the run. Like, just take care of my body. I should just take care of my body, because even with minimal care and whatnot, and minimal workout and bad sleep timings and good food, I was able to run on one day like that. But of course, with a lot of effort and too much energy exerted. If I want to run every day, or like that kind of frequency, like say every alternative day at least or something like that, or every week and all, and be able to do it with less energy and like effortlessly and whatnot. Not less energy, more like by not struggling and all that, and do it effortlessly and with ease, then I'll have to do better. So yeah, just understand and realize that your body is awesome. You just need to take care of it. And so yeah, just remember that the body is like, awesome. It's an amazing machine. Just put it to use very well and treat it really, really well. Feed it good things, give good input, great input, and it will give you great output. It will help you in your life, at work, anything that you want to do in your life. Because shit input will just give you shit output. So beware, be careful, and so yeah, beware, be aware, and be careful. That's all I had for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.